Good morning and welcome to today's discussion. I'm Claire.
And I'm Alan. We'll be covering several key stories, starting with the confirmation of Todd Blanche as Attorney General.
The Senate confirmed Todd Blanche as Attorney General in a vote early Saturday, cementing his role at the Department of Justice under President Trump. The vote was 50-49, following party lines.
That's a very narrow margin. What are the implications of such a divided vote for his tenure as Attorney General?
The narrow confirmation might indicate potential challenges for Blanche in implementing his agenda, especially if there are contentious issues that split along party lines.
The reporting also mentions that Blanche was Trump's former personal lawyer. How might that relationship affect his role at the DOJ?
As Trump's former personal lawyer, Blanche's background could raise concerns about his independence and potential conflicts of interest, particularly if issues involving Trump come up during his tenure.
That actually ties into broader questions about the DOJ's independence under Trump. Has there been any historical context or precedent that might inform how Blanche navigates this?
Historically, attorneys general have sometimes been closely aligned with the president they serve. However, the DOJ is supposed to maintain its independence. Blanche's previous role certainly puts a spotlight on that balance.
Let's move on to another story. Hunter Biden recently shared that his father, former President Joe Biden, is dealing with prostate cancer that has spread.
Yes, Hunter Biden mentioned in an interview that his father's condition is causing him pain and is quite debilitating, even as Joe Biden continues to speak out on public issues.
How does this health update potentially impact Joe Biden's public role or political influence?
While the health issue is certainly significant, it's not clear how it will affect his public engagement or political influence directly. However, it might raise questions about his future plans or the potential for adjustments in his level of public activity.
The fact that he's continuing to speak out on public issues despite his condition suggests he's committed to remaining engaged. Are there any details on how his health is being managed?
The reports indicate that the cancer has spread to other parts of his body, but there aren't specific details on the treatment or management plan in place. Hunter Biden's comments highlight the challenges his father is facing.
Switching gears, Colombia's new president, Abelardo de la Espriella, has been sworn in and pledged a vigorous fight against drug trafficking along with fiscal austerity measures.
That's right. De la Espriella's inaugural speech emphasized a hardline approach to drug trafficking and economic reforms to restore confidence in the economy. His presidency marks a shift to the right in Colombia.
What are the potential implications of his hardline stance on drug trafficking, considering Colombia's history with such groups?
De la Esprilla's approach could lead to increased military or law enforcement actions against drug cartels. This might have mixed results, potentially reducing drug trafficking in some areas, but also risking increased violence or conflict in others.
And how might his economic austerity measures impact the general population, particularly the poor or vulnerable?
Austerity measures can sometimes lead to short-term economic stability, but they can also have negative social impacts if not managed carefully. It will be important to see how de la Espriella balances these economic reforms with social welfare.
The Pentagon recently revoked former Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall's access to classified information, citing an unauthorized disclosure about Air Force One's capabilities.
Yes, the Pentagon's decision followed allegations that Kendall disclosed sensitive information to the media. This action effectively bars him from holding any sensitive position.
What are the potential consequences for Kendall, both professionally and legally, following this revocation?
Professionally, this move likely ends Kendall's involvement in sensitive government roles. Legally, there could be further investigations or potential charges if the disclosure is found to have violated specific laws or regulations.
Are there broader implications for how the Pentagon handles classified information and security clearances in light of this incident?
The Pentagon's action against Kendall serves as a reminder of the importance of maintaining confidentiality. It may also prompt a review of security protocols to prevent similar incidents in the future.
Let's discuss another story. An Indian Air Force wing commander was arrested for allegedly leaking defense information after being honey-trapped by a Pakistani intelligence operative.
That's correct. The IAF officer is accused of sharing sensitive information digitally after being compromised through a social media honey trap. The incident has led to charges under the Official Secrets Act.
How significant is this breach in terms of national security, and what are the potential consequences for the officer involved?
The breach is considered serious as it involves sensitive defense information. The officer faces legal consequences, and the incident may also lead to a review of how the IAF handles social media interactions and security protocols.
What measures might be taken to prevent such incidents in the future, both within the IAF and more broadly across defense organizations?
The IAF and other defense organizations may enhance their cybersecurity measures, improve vetting processes for personnel with access to sensitive information, and provide additional training on security protocols and the risks of honey traps.
As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear there are several significant stories unfolding across different domains. Claire, thank you for guiding us through these complex issues.
Thank you, Alan. It's been a pleasure discussing these stories with you. That concludes our coverage for today. We'll be back soon with more updates on these and other stories.
Until next time, thank you for listening.